Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. Welcome back to the Shack. This is Ham Radio Live. Thank you so much for coming this Sunday. If you're west of the date line, it'd be a Monday. Today is October 10th, 2021, and we're grateful to have you. It should be a fun show today. Celebrating some people who watch the channel and their great work in ham radio. It should be a surprise. I don't know if they know they're going to be on today. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit, just a little bit, about some noise mitigation, as well as how you can make your radio instantly into a high-powered transceiver with just one cable. Hope you enjoy the show today. Wherever you're coming from the four winds of the earth, away we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Shack in Oregon. My name's Larry. My call sign is Kilo 7, Hotel November. It is an honor to see you this Sunday. Thanks for coming. First one in the house, my mate, Martin from the Netherlands. He got it, and welcome back. Good to see you, Martin. Papa Echo 9, Tango India Golf is here. Thank you, Martin, for coming. It's always a pleasure. And I think of how far that is, and for me, that's pretty impressive. So, Martin, I sincerely do thank you for taking the time to come to the show today, my friend. Our whole purpose here is to help you get an amateur radio. We want you to get your license because this is a doggone fun hobby. The next few years are going to only get better and better for people who like to use the high frequencies because sunspots help to make those HF frequencies really work well. Contact a National Radio Club and then let them know where you are. They'll find a radio club that's near you, and then you can contact that radio club, get to know them better. They can maybe get you on the air, show you their radio and their equipment, and perhaps you'll just fall in love with ham radio. Find out if you do. First, contact a national club. One of them would be the national group for the United States, which would be the American Radio Relay League at www.arrl.org. Just hit the Contact Us bar. In the UK, the Radio Society of Great Britain at www.rsgb.org. In Canada, the Radio Amateurs of Canada at www.rac.ca. In Japan, the Japan Amateur Radio League at www.jarl.org. And for our mates in Australia, www.wia.org is your connection to the Wireless Institute of Australia. If you'd like to email the show, have a show suggestion, perhaps a question, hit me up at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. And if you'd like to help support the channel and our mission to help bring the numbers up, ham radio licensees, and bring out the mission of ham radio and how special it is so that people can join us in this hobby. We don't want this hobby to die away. The whole purpose of doing the shows is to encourage people to get their license. Please help us out on PayPal at proverbs356@me.com. We also have a Patreon page at Ham Radio Live. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. I want to say a special hello to my father-in-law. I just call him Dad in Tracy, California. Hi, Dad. See you in a few days, buddy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. He's going to come up here and take a look at the 7610. He's looking to do that. By the way, interesting question today. We're going to have a question today that I'm interested in hearing your comments on. I really am. We'll talk about that shortly. We really will. It's going to be a fun trivia, not really a trivia question, but more like an open question for everyone here on the show. I hope you do enjoy that, okay? So the question today, in fact, let's just get out of the way now, and I'm going to type it in the screen one-handed, so there you go. All right. So you have a radio, right? So let me try and do the best I can to do this. And thankfully, I'm good to, type now with my, my radio, my left arm and my right arm, my right fingers work. All right. Hang on a second. All right. Make it simple. All right. Except for it's spelled wrong. That's so bad. I should have done this before the show. Sorry. Forgot to do that question. Usually we haven't done this in a long time. So, and I want you to think about the question. I want you to think about the question. Okay. So you have a great radio. Maybe it's an all-bander. Could be like a 7100, 991A, right? Something that works HF, VHF, UHF. You love it. Okay. Would you go up to maybe a bigger radio? Something that might be able to get onto a big monitor, right? So you can see everything better. So perhaps you might want to upgrade from a 7100 to a 7610 or to a 101 MP or to a Kenwood 890 or 990. Or would you rather go for like an amplifier or a different antenna? And keep in mind, let's make this part of the question. You already have a good antenna. Okay, so your antenna is already good. What would be your next step? Would you go for another radio that might give you a little more, like a screen? And to a lot of people, especially people who are maybe sight impaired a little bit, a big screen is helpful. So, would you do that? Or would you go for an amplifier? Would you put the money into an antenna? Let me know. Be interested to find out. Ray Novak from ICOM, going to be coming hopefully by the end of the year. And he'll be talking about DXpeditions that don't break the bank plus ICOM products. We hope to have him here by the end of the year. We'll let you know for sure on that date once we know. Callum McCormick from DX Commander. This is him looking very sharp-dressed man. ZZ Top style. Good stuff. Cal's going to be here on October 23rd at 20 UTC. Join us 2 weeks from yesterday. So that's on October 23rd, Saturday at noon Pacific for North America, 20 UTC for the rest of the world. Have your antenna questions ready for Callum McCormick. DX Commander, Mike Zero, Mike Charlie X-Ray will be joining us live. The following Saturday on October 30th, Randy Hall, Kilo 7 Alpha Golf Echo. He's been licensed over 50 years in ham radio, and he'll be taking your questions about ham radio, antennas, transceivers, tuners, amplifiers, everything. Join us. It's going to be a great show. Looking forward to Randy joining us. Again, that's going to be October the 30th at 20 UTC. Then on November 27th, Fred Denon from BLoud.us will be joining us. And right now that's probably confusing to people who, maybe just tuned into the channel, don't know what this is. Fred has a multiple amount of superstations set up throughout the United States, as well as one in the Caribbean. And he has a giant tower with multiple directional antennas, and you can operate those from your home computer and be the star, literally run that six-figure station. He'll be joining us talking about his program there at BLoud.us. Looking forward to that. Also, on October 20th, and this is going to be at 1900 UTC. So it's going to be a back-to-back Saturday. Okay, first of all, this man will join us. This is Martin F. Jew, the founder of MFJ, who starts his 49th year this month. Literally, October is his anniversary. So 49 years at MFJ. He will be here at 1900 UTC on October 23rd, followed by Callum McCormick at 20 UTC. So back-to-back shows on the 20th. And then next Saturday, the 16th of October at 20 UTC, join us for Eric. And Eric's a wonderful guy. I think the world of him. He's at Ham Radio Concepts, 6 figures in subscriber count. He's worked just about every radio, every receiver, every tuner, everything you can imagine Eric has used. So he will be a great wealth of information to you in terms of things that you might be interested in buying, and he'll have an opinion on it because he's used it. It's going to be great. And it doesn't just end with ham radio. It doesn't. Take a look. It even goes to CB. Here's Eric's, one of his latest shows. He's also into CB. Take a look.
Everyone, welcome back. Good to see you. This is Eric, KJ4YZI. You're watching Ham Radio Concepts. There's several funny things mashed in together right now at the time of this video. Today is October 4th, 10/4. My birthday. I was born on 10/4. Didn't realize that I'd be born on 10/4. That's pretty fun, especially since I'm a big CB advocate. Everybody knows that I've played with CB since I was 9 years old, and I continue to love CB, and CB is more active than it's ever been. So what's fitting on 10/4 is to make a video on a birthday present I bought myself. Yes, I bought this from Gigaparts. Yes, they don't just hand me stuff. I buy stuff. The Uniden 885 hybrid CB radio digital scanner, which has GPS, a scanner built in, does analog and digital P25, all the way up to 999 megahertz. Loads the database that's updated every Monday at 7:30 that you can upload right into the radio as you're traveling or pulling your off-grid RV like I will be doing. On the highway, I can listen to ambulance, fire, DOT, digital, P25, ham radio, whatever I want to listen to on top of the CB in the unit here. 10/4, good buddy. And if you're not watching the news or social media, because you can't, today we are experiencing a massive worldwide crippling outage of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, including, I just bought for my birthday, another birthday present, an Oculus Quest VR headset, I even had to buy the VR gun that goes with it. And I can't play this because it's linked to the Facebook servers. And guess what? Facebook is offline.
There you go. That's Eric, KJ4YZI. He'll be here next Saturday, 20 UTC. And for people in North America, that'll be at high noon. Looking forward to Eric coming. Be fun. Thanks, Eric, for coming to the show. Looking forward to that. Okay, so today we have a topic question. We haven't done that in a long time. Today's question. You have a great radio. What do you do next? Okay. Do you buy maybe a different radio? You know, some people might want a different radio after, you know, they have one that they like. You know, maybe you've got an all-bander, okay, like a 7100. And so you got HF, VHF, UHF, right? But maybe you want something bigger than that. Or would you, and this is assuming you have a decent antenna. Okay, maybe not perfect. Okay, maybe it's not a directional, but do you go directional? Okay. Or would you go an amplifier? Think about it. Let me know your answers are. I'd be interested to find out today. That's our topic question for today. By the way, Martin in the Netherlands has the bookend now. He bought the 7300. Now remember, Martin has had the Alinco DX77 for decades, and now he's purchased an ICOM 7300. He's now going for the VHF, UHF bookend to that on the 9700. Well done. Martin, enjoy that. That's great radio, man. Tons of power too, which is great. For VHF, UHF, it's a high power rig for that. That's really good. And we've got people answering the question. VK Radio Ham, welcome. Our third continent is here today. VK Radio Ham, welcome from Australia. It's great to have you. Thank you for coming from South Australia. It's always my honor. I mean that sincerely. I hope you know that. He said he'd go for an amplifier for sure. So he's got a great rig. And the next thing he'd get is an amp. Okay, that's good. I like that. No wrong answers here. So, you know, whatever your answer might be, you know, please just hit up in the comment section. Be interested to know. Mike McDonald, bless your heart. The Lord Callum should be fun. That'll be a fun show. Yeah, I'm looking forward to spending time with Cal. Cal's a good guy. Excellent teacher. Jeez, off the charts. Kelly Bogues Radio, welcome. That's our first time to the channel. That's applause. Welcome done. Welcome, my friend. Greetings, monitoring frequencies here in Southwest Colorado this morning. Dig the broadcast here. Thanks for sharing. Kelly, thank you. Sincerely, thank you very much. That means a lot to me. Very, very much. Appreciate it. Mike, Kilo Delta 2, Sierra X-Ray Delta. He's our trivia question sleuth. We got 2 trivia questions today, by the way. He said, if my antenna is great, then I might look into an upgrade in a new radio or getting an amp. So he'd be either way. It's good. That's good. And Mike, bless your heart. Famous. Yep. You know what they are. And thanks to them, I want to really thank, you know, Cal and Randy, Ray, Mr. Jew. I love Mr. Jew at MFJ. You know what? Whether you like MFJ products or not, this guy is really special. And I hope he can join us at 1900 UTC on the 23rd because he's such a very kind man. He really, really is. Let's see. Kelly Bogues Radio. He's a fan of Queensryche, Operation Medcrime. Great album. Yeah, good stuff. By the way, got stuff from the past. You're going to love it. Wait for the sign off today. Okay. There's my favorite sign off, as most of you know, because we always end the show with the TV sign off because we're about broadcasting as well as radio here. So today's sign off, we brought it back. I'd lost it. I had deleted it, but I brought it back, but with a bonus. Wait till you see the bonus. It's right before the sign off. It will, if you are like in your late 40s and up, it's going to bring you so many memories about cheesy used car, commercials on TV. Oh my gosh, you're going to love it. Rob is here from Michigan. Kilo 8 India Bravo X-Ray is in the house. Welcome, Rob. We're going to do something that's going to surprise you today. Hi, Jeff. November 4 Papa Oscar Delta. We got a 5-9 report in Madisonville, Tennessee. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Andy Bronson, my mate in the UK. It's so good to see you. Mike 7 X-Ray Tango Tango. Hoping everybody is well. We hope you're well too, Andy. Thank you for joining today's show. Appreciate it very much. Kelly Bogues said just ordered an ATS-25. It will be here. Said it will be the first really modern radio I've purchased. I currently use Grundig G4000A. Grundig. I loved Grundig, Kelly. I did. I owned a lot of Grundig stuff before I sold it all for ham radio stuff. And Grundig was really good. They were really, really good. Hi, Phil. Hey, this is a first timer for the channel. Phil, welcome to Ham Radio Live. Mike 7 Bravo Victor Victor. Welcome, mate. Gosh, it's great to see you. Thank you for coming today, this evening from the UK. It does mean a lot. Welcome. We try, this is a ham radio talk show, but we entertain you with various elements that are either radio, television, or broadcast related. So in their entirety, the shows are, with different subject matter. And I hope you enjoy today's show. I really do. Welcome. It's nice to have you here. Thank you. Will Myers from Wisconsin, Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India Mike, says his next step probably would go for an amplifier. So he's got a great radio. What would you do next? Probably go for an amp. There you go. Gunter in Germany, want to welcome him to the show. Gunter, welcome. 10-meter open alongside the Atlantic states. It is. We'll get in the weather here shortly. Darren Barwick, first timer as well. My gosh, welcome. Lots of first timers today. Darren, welcome. He says, hi, Larry. Thinking of getting the RE20 mic to use with the DX10. Would you run into a mixer first with your experience on both? Not too sure how much difference it would make on the 10. It would do really well. It would do really, really well. I like the 20. If you've got a really bassy voice, you speak really low. You'll love the 20 because the 20's just got really low end to it. This is a 320. I love it. Hold on. This will be interesting. Okay, so here's the 20. And the 20 is a great mic. What's nice about the Electric Voice RE20 is it has 3 pass filters on it. So 3 audio pass filters, and you can adjust them out. That's what makes the 20 really special, but it is a bassy microphone. So keep that in mind. If you want more mid-range, I guess, the 320 would be a really good choice. Also the 20, that was the 27. This is the RE27. I had the RE20, I sold it. I don't have the voice for it. I just don't. That's the RE27. So yeah, RE27 has RE27 has 3 bandpass filters on it. The 20 has 2 and the RE20 has 1. So, or 320 has 1, which is right here. I love it. It's a great microphone. You'll love it too. You won't have to go through a mixer. You won't need a preamp. Just what I would do, Darren, I'd buy the Heil connecting cable, and I can't remember the model number now. Just look for a Heil XLR connecting cable, and then put in like FTDX10. Okay, and then you'll have the right stuff. Because, you're either going to control it by a foot switch or by a finger toggle, but it's going to work great for you, and it'll work right into the radio, and you'll just hear it right away. Just go to a dummy load, listen to your audio. You'll love it, Darren. It's a great microphone. You will. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look. Any more answers to today's topic question? Rob in Michigan, hearing South America and Europe here on 10 meters. Hello, R. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friends. I've heard of Mr. Jew of MFJ, just walked away from the job, and that MFJ is falling apart. Unfortunately, I have all kinds of gear. No, that's not true. No, that's not true at all. I know for a fact. No, MFJ is not falling apart. MFJ is doing great. The unfortunate thing has been our southern border is wide open, and COVID numbers have shot up to a higher number of fatality rates in 2021 than they were in 2020. Imagine that with an open border. So MFJ has been hit hard by COVID. They really have been, but they're doing very well. And they're cranking out gear as fast as they can. So they're doing very, very well. Thanks for coming, by the way. It's nice to see you. Let's see quickly. Hi, Bill. Alpha Bravo 9, Quebec uniform. Welcome to Ham Radio Live. First timer. Hi, Bill. Thanks for coming. Happy Sunday. My mate from Liverpool is here. That's Steve Austin. Mike 7, Bravo Yankee Foxtrot. Good to see you, and thank you for being here. Ian Justice. Morning. Papa Alpha 9. Let's start over. Sorry. Papa Alpha 0, Romeo November Hotel. From the UK, but living in the Netherlands online. Great to see you, Ian. Thanks for coming. A very happy Sunday for you, my friend. Okay. Looking at your comments about it, what you would do if you were in this situation, if you had a good radio, you liked it, right? But what would you do next? Would you buy an amp? Or would you buy another radio? Maybe a bigger one, right? Because the 7100 is small, right? So would you go for a bigger radio with a screen you could put on a display? Or would you go for something like an amplifier or maybe a directional if you could? Who knows? Andy Cowley, hello, VK Radio Ham. That's nice. Very much. Cheers to you as well, Darren. Thank you. Andrew Thal, my goodness, first timer again. Man, wow, welcome. Andrew, it's an honor. Thank you for coming today to the show. I appreciate that very, very much. R is Kilo Bravo. Can't read that. Sorry about that. I guess I can't see what you're trying to say. Yeah. Yep. R, and you're welcome. Yeah, they're doing well. But boy, they've been hit hard by COVID. They really have. They've just been, pretty tough. Jeff in Tennessee said, I'm looking at both the tower and amplifier. Good stuff. Good stuff. Mike, loving all the new first timers here. Make this channel great. Thank you. That's very, very nice. Rob in Michigan says, must have a good antenna. And it does. So let's take the antenna. Because it's a wire. Let's say it's a wire antenna. And wire antennas are great. You can run the world with them, but it's a good wire. Okay, so we'll just keep that in there. Again, that's today's topic question. You got a great radio. What do you do next? Interested in your comments. All right. Let's take a quick look at a few news items that are newsworthy for ham radio. First of all, Intrepid DX Group. This is a group that's going to Beauvais Island in 2022. They're extending youth essay contest deadline. And this is cool because if you're a young person under, say, 19 or under, you can get yourself a free 7300. Okay. You've got to get your essay in by December 1st. Okay, sorry, excuse me, by November 15th. They're going to announce the winner on December 1st. So here's the rules. If you're a young person here in the U.S., write and submit a 2-page essay that answers the question, how can amateur radio evolve to remain relevant in the age of the internet? You must also be a U.S. amateur radio licensee of age 19 or younger. Okay, you got to promise to keep the radio for 1 year and use it on the air. Send your essay in text or MS Word attachment by November 15, 2021. Please no Google Documents. If you'd like to type it up and mail it in or write it out, mail it in, you can mail it to the Intrepid DX Group, 3052 Wetmore Drive, San Jose, California, 95148. Postmarked by November 15th, 2021. Remember, all submissions that are sent in are going to be the property of the DX Intrepid Group. Also, new 2x1 call signs for Australia. Yep, they're available. The contest call signs start on the 13th at 10 a.m. Australian time. So remember, this Wednesday, okay, the 13th, if you want a special 2x1 for contesters, you'll get, of course, Victor Kilo, Victor Juliet, or Victor Lima. You can have that, and you'll make yourself a nice little call for contests. ISS, remember, at 11:12 on Tuesday, okay, Golf Bravo 4 Mike Hotel November will be calling the International Space Station to enable 10 deaf children to speak to a NASA astronaut. This is so cool. The children at the Mary Hare School for Deaf Children in Newbury in the UK will be assisted by Lloyd, Mike 5, Lima Delta Foxtrot, and other members of Newbury and District Amateur Radio Society. Children will each ask a question to the astronaut, and the reply will then be interpreted back in subtitles in sign language. How about that? Thanks a lot to the folks that at ARISS, which is the International Space Station, NASA, and ESA. It's a great thing. Don't forget the ARL auction continues until October 14th. Still have a chance to get some pretty darn good gear and some pretty good stuff that just was used for a little bit on the ARL website when they do reviews, and then they, put them in a box and they wait for their next auction. Trivia question number 1. Of the DX prefixes, okay, so we're talking DX prefixes, 4 Tango, 5 November, 6 Papa, and 7 Sierra. Which one is in Europe? Oh boy, this might be a little tough. Of the DX prefixes 4 Tango, 5 November, 6 Papa, or 7 Sierra, which one is in Europe? Please hit me up with A, B, C, or D. First one in from the right continent gets the points. Our ham radio weather powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham and shortwave radio. Here's your A1A. It's not bad. We've got a rising solar number, which is terrific. Here is your solar flares. These are solar flare and sunspots right there, number 10. You can see the sunspot. That's a coronal hole. So there you go. This is this sun moving around. This is it basically in a movie form. See how it moves around backwards from Earth. So this goes counterclockwise, okay? Solar stability, we did have an M1.6 flare yesterday, and that's the reason we have a higher solar number. K-index is up to unsettled. It's a K3. MUF last night. This is important for our folks in Australia because they do watch the show. Look at Darwin, was at 36.01. That's huge. So people in Australia, you can run pretty much all the HF bands in the middle of the day. MUF 4 hours ago, Alaska was waking up to 8.7. Boulder, Colorado, 23.99. Chickamauga, Peru was at 24.30. Ascension Island, look at that. They were at 39.38 megahertz. Again, the sun in the middle of the earth during the solstices really makes a huge difference. It pumps up their maximum usable frequencies. South Africa out of Hermanus was at 24.48. Athens, Greece was going in the dark at 24.89. And Darwin, Australia in the middle of the night was 18.33. Current MUFs, Alaska 15.12, Boulder's at 25.3, so they're supporting 12 meters now here in the continental U.S. Chickamauga, Peru, 22.68 megahertz, they're supporting 12 meters. Ascension Island in the dark at 27.29, Hermanus, South Africa, 12.16, up in Athens, Greece, 13.17, and Darwin, Australia, getting ready to fire back up at 12.62. Mike's MUF map, here it is. So anywhere in the world where you are, take a look at the number itself in the circular box. That's in megahertz where you can work. And then you can see kind of the pipeline of how that frequency is going to travel. Pretty cool. We call this Mike's MUF map because it's courtesy of Mike, Kilo Delta 2, Sierra X-Ray Delta. And Mike, again, thank you for bringing that to our attention. That's cool. Current conditions out of Boulder, SFI is 90. So that's why we're up, because we just had a solar flare yesterday. Solar number is at 14. A is 5. K index is 3. That's unsettled. You can see the HF conditions for 80 to 15 today. Excellent moon bounce conditions for people that like to run EME. Our ham radio forecast for today, including shortwave, powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham and shortwave radio. Daytime ham bands today in the northern hemisphere should be 2017-15, okay? Equatorial latitudes, and you might get 12. You could get 12 in the north. Try it out. Equatorial latitudes, you'll get all of it. 2017, 15, 12, and 10. Southern hemisphere today, 2017, 15, 12, and 10. Nighttime, ham band openings 160, 80, 75, 60, 40, 30. Best DX on 40 meters, but look at 20 at Grayline. It'll be great. Shortwave bands today, 31, 25, 22, and 19. Shortwave nighttime bands today, this will be in the evening, 120, 90, 75, 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22, and 100% chance 19 meters will still work until about maybe an hour after sunset. All right, let's take a look. We had a trivia question before we went into the weather, and that trivia question was this, kind of a difficult one today. Of the DX prefixes, these are the prefixes, and these are real for all over the world, okay? 4 Tango, 5 November, 6 Papa, or 7 Sierra. Which one of these is in Europe? Not easy. This one's not easy. All right, let's take a look at your answers, because there's a ton of them, and I'm going to try and catch up with all of you here and make sure I don't miss somebody before your comments. It's important. Mike, first in. Kilo Delta 2 Sierra X-Ray Delta says B, 5 November. That would be, no, that's not it. Believe it or not, that's not it. It's not B. Andy Cowley from the UK, 5, he says B as well. No. Adam, November 5, have I stumped you? November Yankee 5 Echo, B, no. Jeff in Tennessee, November 4, Papa Oscar Delta, B, no. Everyone's answering B. Look at this. It's incorrect. No, it's not B. It's not B. Hi, Cliff Bolts, Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar Bravo, Papa. Thank you for coming all the way from the state of Virginia. Don't answer B anymore. Okay. Have I stumped you? Have I stumped you? Andy Bronson from the UK, Mike 7, X-Ray Tango Tango says A. No, that's not it. Andy Cowley and Mike both now say C. That's incorrect. I think now what Mike's doing, Mike's throwing out Mike's throwing out all the letters you can think of. This is awesome. But what's cool, and I did see this happen, I really did. Both Mike and Kev came at the same time. Keep in mind, before this came on, and by the way, welcome to Kevin in Ireland. Thanks for coming, Kev. Yeah, I saw them both came in the same time, and the lag from Ireland here to Oregon is going to be a long time. So we're going to split it. We'll give you guys both the normal score. So that puts right now North America at 40 and the European continent at 35. So that's good. Let's take a look at the answer. It is D. It's 7 Sierra. Let's take a look at what these are. First of all, 5 November is Nigeria. Okay. 4 Tango is Peru. 6 Papa is Pakistan. And 7 Sierra is Sweden. Congratulations to both Mike and Kevin for getting it right. Well done. I know I'm always getting you guys when you start just answering every letter there is. That's awesome. All right, let's give you trivia question number 2 before we get into some surprise stuff of some great work the folks are doing here in Ham Radio. Question number 2, here it is. Heathkit, and this is much easier, by the way. Heathkit was noted, I learned to read today. It's so much fun. Phew. Heathkit was noted for offering kits to build which of the following? Was it A, a Conelrad alarm? We'll talk about that today. B, a vacuum tube voltmeter. C, a line of HF SSB transceivers that only worked on one band. Or D, all of the above. Hit me up with A, B, C, or D. Currently, we've got North America with 35, Europe with 30, and we've got a heck of a game going on right now. All right, so we're going to talk today about some great work that folks are doing around the world. And some of them don't even know it's them today, which is going to be kind of fun. You guys have answered amplifiers. Some have talked about that. Here's the Ameritron ALS 606. I'm going to show you no tunes amplifiers, so ones without tubes. And this isn't all. Of course, you can get Elecraft has a great line. ACOM has a great line. I'm just throwing you 2 Ameritrons. So here's their 600-watt version. Here's their 1,200-watt version. They look identical, but just one works at 600 watts and one works at 1,200 watts. Now, what's nice when you have one of these is if you go and you spend like the extra $40, you get the cable that goes to the back of the radio. Your radio then becomes literally, say, a 600-watt radio or a 1,200-watt radio, providing your antenna is resonant. So, just one little cable for $40, and all of a sudden, your amplifier works automatically and changes frequency with you. It's pretty nice to have. Let's get back to our trivia question because people are bouncing it. Heathkit was noted for offering kits to build which of the following? Was it A, a Conelrad alarm, B, a vacuum tube voltmeter, C, a line of HF single sideband transceivers that worked on only one band, or D, all of the above? Andy Cowley comes in first with C, a line of HF SSB transceivers that only work one band. Nope, not it. Mike, our trivia sleuth, Kilo Delta 2, Sierra X-Ray Delta, says it would be D, which is all the above, and my gosh, you got it right again. Well done. It's unbelievable. 45-30 now. 45-30. Europe and North America. So North America in the lead, but hang in there, Europe. You'll get there. You'll get there. Don't worry about it. Yeah, they did. They built all. Let's take a look real quick. First of all, Conelrad alarm. Okay. For people outside the U.S., this makes no sense. Zero. It makes, what the heck is a Conelrad alarm? Okay. Back in the 50s and 60s, we had here in the U.S., there were 2 separate AM frequencies in each area of the country, believe it or not, that would have like civil defense transmissions. So if something bad were to happen, like, a nuclear strike was coming, like the worst case scenario, you would tune to that frequency. In fact, radio stations in North America, as well as TV stations, were told to completely go off the air so that only one radio station and one TV station, whatever, would be on the air. That'd be it in your market. So you'd have to tune to one of 2 stations. And, it was well known back then. Even car radios had the Conelrad symbol on the AM dial, so you knew where to tune. Conelrad alarm was here. So if the emergency tone were to come out, this alarm would tell you when there was something really bad coming. You didn't want this to ever go off, okay? They also made vacuum tube voltmeters. Here's one of their vacuum tube voltmeters. Again, thanks to radiomuseum.org for the photo. Beautiful. Here's one for the Conelrad. They did the same thing for them. Also, they did make a single sideband transceiver. Yep, just one. They called them single rangers. So they called them. And basically, you would order the kit with whatever band you wanted to work, and you'd only have one. So you would work one single sideband radio. That's it. So maybe you want it for 20 meters. You could work 20, but you couldn't work other frequencies. But they had them. They were called single banders. So kind of fun stuff from back in the way back in the day from the folks at Heathkit. Made them all. Amazing, isn't it? You think about it, right? One band on a radio? No. Anders Kyle from Norway. Welcome back. It's great to see you. Thank you. Andrews, welcome back. Hello, Larry. Question for you. Buy an ICOM 7300 Plus amplifier or Yaesu FTDX 101 MP HF plus 50, 200 watt transceivers, and no amplifier. What's your choice if you have to choose? I'd buy the ICOM. I would. Because the ICOM for the money, because you're talking about, if you're talking new prices, okay, you could have the ICOM, you could have an amplifier, and you could have a doggone great antenna. That's why. And you won't miss out on the 7300. 7300 is a really good transceiver. Mike from our channel uses it. Yesterday, I mistakenly said it was a 705. I had emailed him and I asked him, I want to verify 705, and he never corrected me. So I thought, okay, on the road, he uses a 705. At home, he uses a 7300. But I blew it. He uses a 7300 all the time. So there you go. But that's it. But he says, Andrew says, I'm looking for Yaesu FTDX 101 MP or the 7300 or the FTDX 10. You know, I believe the 7300 is the best bang for the buck, new price radio there is in the market, period. I really do. You just can't beat it price-wise. Then an amplifier, say, for example, Anders, even if you bought this, because you don't need, look, 1200 watts, you're going to get half an S unit more, maybe 3/4 of an S unit more by going up and buying a 1200 watt amplifier. And then you're going to have your shack rewired for 240 volts. It's just probably not worth the expense. So I would go with the 606 that runs at, you know, legal at 120 volts, right? You don't have to have your house rewired. Then you get 600 watts, no tune, no tubes to mess with, right? And then you get yourself a nice antenna. You'll be fine. That'd be great. So you get the radio, you get the amplifier, you have a greater antenna. You could buy a decent antenna for that and be into it less money than for the 101 MP. That would be what I would do. Just, it's potatoes. It's just my opinion, and it's worth my opinion. That's all. Glenn Stevenson, my mate from Australia, welcome. Happy Monday to you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Yep. WJ6F Radio is in the house. Welcome. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Nice to see you in California today. Thank you for coming. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Great comment here by R, and I like this. Was told by an old timer that it would tell you to get off the air and the USA would fire up strong AM transmitters, supposedly tricking RF seeking nuclear missiles. I don't know. That might be true. It's possible. I know that the rule was all AM and FM stations were to go off the air, and you only had your Conrad station in your area that you would tune to. That was it. They would run tests sometimes where they would turn all the other radio stations and TV stations off. And then they'd go to, this is a test. If this was really happening, then, you know, put your head, anyway, you know, so not a good thing. But yeah, that's what it was, Conrad. And, you know, for people in the 50s and 60s, I mean, geez, schools in the U.S., they had the Conrad drills where they would, you know, hit the alarm and the kids would hide underneath the desks. Yeah, that was life in the U.S. back then during the early parts of the Cold War. Yeah. All right, we're going to celebrate some people today, and I'm so excited because this is my favorite part of doing the show because sometimes they don't know it's them. Okay, we're going to celebrate Mike first. Kilo Delta 2, Sierra X-Ray Delta, all the way in Jacksonville, Florida. Listen to these calls. And folks in Europe, if you want to work him, he's constantly on, 20, 17, and 15. Let's look at the roundup of what Mike has accomplished recently.
Kilo Delta 2, Sierra X-Ray Delta.
Thank you. You're 5'9" in New Jersey. That's correct.
Kilo Delta 2, Sierra X-Ray Delta. Roger, Roger, you're 5'9" into Florida. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Any other? India Kilo 4, Golf Radio Ocean.
Kilo Delta 2, Sierra X-Ray Delta.
Kilo Delta 2, Sierra X-Ray Delta. Thanks for your call. Nice to see you again, Mike. You report next door, but you're sounding loud and clear, over.
Yeah, same to you, Lauro. You're sounding different there. Did you change something with your audio? It sounds great there. You're 5 and 9 this way into Florida, over.
Yes, I changed something, Mike. I have 101 MP. I have a new radio with this microphone. That's the change, Mike. Over.
Okay, Lauro, well, keep it up. You're sounding great this way, and just wanted to jump in there and say hello. You're 5 and 9 this way, 5 and 9. Over.
Yes, also 59, Mike. Some QS breaker on your CA, but also 5.9. I'm glad to see 15 meter working fine. And thank you for the comment on the audio. KD2SXD, IK4GO. Okay, Mike?
Okay, Lauro, you take care, and catch you later down the log. IK4GRO, KD2SXD, 73. Ciao.
There you go. That's Mike. Kilo Delta 2 X-Ray Delta. He isn't done yet. Watch. Here's one more.
Kilo Delta 2 Sierra X-Ray Delta.
He won't give up. Watch.
Kilo Delta 2 Sierra X-Ray Delta.
Perfect ALC, Mike.
Roger, Roger. This is Kilo Delta 2 Sierra X-Ray Delta. Kilo Delta 2 Sierra X-Ray Delta. Over.
Good afternoon. Not very good condition at the moment. The power maybe flying down, maybe closing. Name Franco, Sierra Alpha, Nancy Tango Oscar. We are very close to Parma City. KD2 Sierra Delta X-Ray. India Kilo 4, Uniform Papa India.
Fine business, Santos. Nice to meet you. The name here is Mike India Kilo Echo, and I'm located in North Florida. I'm located in Florida, and the band is not too great today, but I have you about a 4 and 5. A 4 and 5 into Florida, and the call is Kilo Delta 2 Sierra X-Ray Delta. Sierra X-Ray Delta. Mike, back to you. India Kilo 4 Uniform Papa India.
That's Mike. So if you're in Europe, he's working Germany, working Italy. He's working all throughout Europe. He's got a pipeline. What he does is he looks carefully at the MUF, and he looks at the direction it's going, and then he'll make calls. He just does. He's very astute, and he's very good at what he does. So folks in Europe especially, look for Mike, Kilo Delta 2 Sierra X-Ray Delta. He works a lot of DX on that ICOM 7300, and he does fantastic. We have another video, and I'm so excited to show this. It's from somebody that's here today, and it's some of their work that I found on YouTube by accident, but I was searching for it by call sign. If you've got something on YouTube by call sign, I'll do my best to find it, but it also helps to email the show to let me know you have something, and I'll do my best to get on the show. This is from somebody that's here right now making a great call about 3,000 miles away.
This is Kilo Lima 7, Hotel Radio Norway, L7HRM calling CQDX. Hello CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Kilo Lima 7, Hotel Radio Norway calling CQDX and listening for a call. Hello CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Kilo Lima 7, Hotel Radio Norway, KL7HRM calling CQDX. Hello CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Kilo Lima 7, Hotel Radio Norway calling CQDX and listening for a call.
Kilo 8 India Bravo X-ray.
QZ, the K8, QZ.
Kilo 8 India Bravo X-ray.
Kilo 8 India Bravo X-ray, KL7 Hotel Radio Norway.
Yeah, you did it.
You're located in Michigan.
Roger, Roger. I'm in Warren, Michigan, about 3 miles north of Detroit.
Okay, very good. Well, I've got the beam north, so I'm kind of working you off the side of the beam here, so I'm sure you would be much
sugar. There is heavy QSB on your signal. Thank you for the call, K8IBX. This is KL7 Hotel Radio Norway. The name is Ed, and the QTH is Wasilla. Roger, Roger. Yeah, I'm getting you about a 5555 with, I got some QSB going on here too. Seems pretty noisy over here by me, over. Yeah, Roger, QSL, that's about what you're coming in over here is 5 and 5 also. So I've got you logged in as 5 and 5 here. Do you go by Chuck? Actually, I go by my middle name, Robert. So I go by Rob, Romeo Oscar Bravo. My father, myself, and my son, we all have the same name. So I'm the third, so we all go by something different, and I go by Rob. Over. Okay, very good, Rob. Well, you're doing a great job here, assuming that both of our antennas are not really square on each other. I'm curious to know what kind of antenna you're using. I'm using a Force Toll 5-element monobander here. It's pretty directive here. I'm really surprised that I'm picking you up here. Go ahead. Roger, Roger. Yeah, you faded out a little bit there and then came back up. The band must be shifting there. But I'm using a Icon 7300 coming at you with 100 watts in a wire. Using a end-fed half-wave up about 20 feet, stringing across my yard there, over. Well, that's truly amazing. That is truly amazing. Is the wire antenna oriented northwest?
He's getting some fade right
now. Is your antenna oriented towards the northwest?
So Rob can't hear everything he's saying. That's what's happening.
Well, I can't hear him, can you?
Roger, KL7HRN from K8IBX. The last transmission there, you faded a little bit there. Can you repeat that one?
But what's good is he didn't understand it, so he asked to repeat the question.
Northwest? Okay, I guess the propagation is a little flaky here at this moment, Robert. So I'll say 73 to you. Again, 5 and 5, great signal. Thank you so much for the call there and the Lower Peninsula. Go ahead. Roger that. Yeah, I'm moving the pass band shifter and clean you up a little bit there. I got you up on QRZ there, and you were coming in about fading away there, but then you came back up, so I think the band might be shifting there. Over. Yeah, Roger, QSL. Okay, Robert, 5 and 5 again. Thank you. We got you in the log, and good DX.
How about that from Rob in Michigan all the way to Alaska? Wasilla. That's close to $3,000. Maybe 2,500, 3,000 miles. Rob, great work. Great work, mate. I'm so happy for you, and I'm grateful to have found that video because it meant a lot to me to see it. Some of your great work. And again, he's just using a wire, and wires are great. I want to get to this comment. It's out of Irvine, California. Whiskey Juliet 6 Foxtrot has the American Meritron 811H. This is the best buy amplifier there is in ham radio. It's tubes, of course, but you know what? It works. 800 watts, and it does brilliant. Just be careful with it. Don't give it too much SWR. It'll last a long, long time. Very good amplifier. Really is. For folks that are looking maybe at starting with amplifiers, it's a great starter amp. 811H teaches you how to tune, right? Plus, it'll give you a lot of power, too. Great, great amplifier. In fact, Gunter in Germany said that 811H is a great amp, a forgiving amp, and built to last. He's right. The worst thing you'll have is just changing out tubes. That's pretty much it, but it does a very good job. And of course, given my not so brilliant touch, a forgiving amp is brilliant. That's great. Wow. Tony Ridland, this first timer as well. Wow. Man. Tony, welcome. Happy Sunday. Kilo Charlie 9, Quebec Victor Echo. Marion, Indiana. Hoosiers in the house. Welcome, Tony. Good to have you. Robert Sabato is back. His call sign, Kilo 2, Whiskey Romeo Delta. Great to see you. Thank you for coming. My goodness, what a great day this is. Lots of first-timers. Kevin, my mate in Ireland. I have videos of my FTDX 5000 MP. Love that radio. My first contact with A41 Oscar using that radio and my 11-element Yagi beam. 11 elements. Dude, we need to be better friends, Kev. Shoot it my way, Kevin. Seriously, just email it to me. I'll show it on the show. I'd love to do that. It'd be an honor to. I would love to do that. So please do that for me, okay? Mike was looking to get the AL811H, but I'm lazy. And I want something to follow my band changes quickly as I jump a lot from band to band. Yeah, you know, the AL8, it's not bad. It's not bad to tune. It doesn't take forever. Just be careful with it. You know, the worst that goes wrong is the tubes, and you can find those, okay? We're going to celebrate another person that's not here today, but will watch this on replay. This gentleman, okay, his background, he was in commercial radio a long time. He started his own commercial radio network. He was brilliant at radio. He really was a commercial radio broadcaster. And then what happened was things went bad. Something just fell apart. And that's what the problem is with commercial radio today. It's different. He ended up going and learning how to drive semis and started moving people's stuff all over the country. His name is Al Gross. His call sign, Whiskey Bravo Zero Alpha Lima. He has very little content on YouTube, but I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to it. I'll make sure and have the description to his channel and link below, as well as that for what you just saw from Rob and Mike. I'll have both of their channels on YouTube listed in the description section too. Please subscribe to them, okay? Here's Al. And Al asked me once, he said, you know what, Larry, I'd like to do a YouTube show, kind of like what you do, but different. I'd like it to be just short videos, very descriptive, to try and help people. I said, Al, you should do it. Absolutely. The more YouTube folks out there that help to promote ham radio, the better, in my opinion. I don't compete with people. I don't think it that way. I just love to talk about ham radio and encourage people to come in. That's my hope and my passion. But here's Al. And I saw the video today. I thought, man, this is really good. He's descriptive. And he also does something I've talked often about. To make a call, you need the 3 Ps. Patience, persistence equals payoff. Let's take a look at Al. His call sign, Whiskey Bravo Zero Alpha Lima, talking about his life and what it's like for him to be on the air.
Hey you, my name is Al Gross, WB0AL, and behind me is the Rolling Homeless Shelter. This is the truck my wife and I drive. It's a 42-foot long truck. It's 13 feet 6 inches, and we live and work right here. This truck really isn't practical for ham radio. I had an HF radio in here, but it's just too big. It's a fiberglass body, it's bulky, and the onboard computers make a lot of noise. So, when I'm off duty, I look around and try to find a place where I can do ham radio. I'm in Pelham, Alabama, and I'm at the Sleep Inn, and I'm looking for a place where I could set up an antenna and set up my radios, and there are several very nice places. I run battery power, so I can set up just about anywhere I want. There's the truck, and I'm looking at this grassy area. There are 2 grassy areas. There's this area right here, and there's no electricity, but I have a battery that is amazing. I've run that battery for 7 hours using 100 watts, and it still has enough energy I could probably run it another 5 hours. Behind the hotel, there's a large strip, and it's right next to my room. And we might put the setup there. That way I can, my wife can hand me a sandwich out the window. This is our hotel room.
Oh, be careful.
And
Al.
right out here, we're on the 1st floor. Here's a window, and you can see there's not a whole lot of room, but if the weather was raining or snowy or basically miserable, I would open the window. This is easily moved. And I would put my antenna outside, and I could operate from here. But what I will do, I'm either going to operate right here from this strip, or I'll operate from the area I just showed you a moment ago. After scoping out the lay of the land, I decided that I'm going to set up right there in that strip.
Okay, so that's a great video. And it's about 26, 27 minutes long. Al Gross, Whiskey Bravo Zero Alpha Lima. I invite you, please take a look at his YouTube channel and please subscribe, because I think he's got a future in doing this. He's very good, very descriptive, and he's really pure. He just does it, you know, being himself. And that's something so special. And I Al, I want to encourage you to do that YouTube channel, please. Yeah. All right, coming from under the bus that's parked over the bridge by the terrible junkyard smells. Just kidding. Here's a better than later big howdy y'all. That is Scott, number 23, like Kilo Charlie 2 Charlie Alpha Delta. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. The only reason I do that is because Scott usually really super creative from the north side of the tracks, west of the, you know, the graveyard. It's me. There you go. High Flyer, welcome. Another first timer. Holy moly. Wow. Very much. Wow. Surprised. Thank you. I mean that. Welcome. 2 Whiskey 0 Oscar Lima Kilo X-Ray. Wow. Fantastic openings to the west coast of America on 17 this weekend. Has been brilliant for me, using 50 watts of DX Commander. And thank you for the kind words about the show. Thank you very much. It's nice to have you. Thanks for coming. Happy Sunday evening to you. What a treat. This has been a great, great fun show to do. It truly has been. All right, folks. I'm going to skedaddle out of here because I was going to do something, and I'll do it later because this show's already went so long, where we'll talk more about high pass, low pass, bandwidth, right? And we'll talk about that. We'll also discover how well the noise reduction works on the 7610 versus a Yaesu. Okay, we'll take the 5000 undercover and we'll do that. That'll be the next show. We'll talk about noise reduction between both radios and how they sound. I hope you enjoy that show. That'll be show number 295. My goodness. But before we go, the whole idea of doing this show is to help you to get an amateur radio. That's what we're here for. Contact the National Radio Club to help you get on the air. Find someone like, say, the Radio Society of Great Britain, or this group, whom I love very, very much. Wireless Institute of Australia. They can be found at www.wia.org. Hit the contact us bar and then let them know where you're at. They'll find a radio club near you and they'll help you get out in the air and get yourself a ham radio license. All right, we're going to play my second favorite sign off today. And I lost it. It was like when I did my purge of all the stuff out of the computer. I lost the darn thing, but I brought it back, and it includes a little fun thing. I'm not going to do the Easter egg at the end of it, but wait till you see what's before the sign off. It's a cheesy 70s style used car commercial. Hope you enjoy it. It's from KJ Los Angeles, now known as KCal9. Until next time, wherever you may be, God bless you. Thank you for watching Ham Radio Live. Goodbye, everybody.
Here's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
And yeah, that's a rhinoceros. He's riding a baby rhinoceros.
If you want to save some dough, go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal.
This is the place to buy a used car. Acres and acres of cars on special sale here at Worthington Ford. All these cars have been completely safety tested. They've all been carefully tuned to meet all the clean air requirements. They've been tuned to get you the best possible gas mileage, and you get a 10-day trial exchange. Low prices and low payments. Look at this. A 1978 Ford Thunderbird, $25.95. A 1980 Olds Cutlass 4-door, $44.95. A 77 Chevy Z28 Camaro, $34.95. A 1982 Ford Fairmont, $59.95. A 79 Olds Cutlass Cruiser Station Wagon, $29.95. A 79 Ford Thunderbird, $34.95. A 78 Chevy Nova, $19.95. A 1980 Toyota Corolla Liftback, $34.95. A 1981 Chevy Malibu, $44.95. A 1982 Ford Escort Hatchback 4-door, $59.95. A 79 Mercury Monarch 4-door, $24.95. A 1980 Chevy Malibu 4-door, $39.95. Just acres and acres and acres of cars on sale. Again, a multi-million-dollar inventory of used cars and trucks. This is the largest inventory of used cars and trucks that you'll find anywhere in California, maybe in the world. Low prices, bargain prices, beautiful cars on special sale. Low prices, low payments, and a giant inventory to pick from. and good financing, low payments. Why don't you come and see us? Get on the San Diego Freeway and come to Long Beach. Just come right down the San Diego Freeway, the 405 freeway, to get to Bellflower Boulevard. We're open till midnight. It's Worthington Ford, 2850 Bellflower Boulevard, Long Beach, open to midnight. See you here.
At this time, KHJ-TV ends its broadcast day. KHJ-TV Los Angeles is owned and operated by RKO General Incorporated, with studios located at 5515 Melrose Avenue in Hollywood. Transmitter located atop Mount Wilson. KHJ-TV operates on Channel 9 by authority of the Federal Communications Commission in Washington, D.C. Throughout the broadcast day, some of the programs on Channel 9 are reproduced by means of film and videotape.
This is the part here that makes it my favorite sign-off. The late and great Ray Charles.
Oh, beautiful, our heroes proved in liberating strife. Self, their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, make God thy gold refine. Success, be nobleness, and ever again divine. And you know, when I was in school, we used to sing it something like this. Listen here. Oh, beautiful, far spacious skies, far amber waves of grain, purple mountain majesties.